Hi guys, how are you all doing? I'm Jay. I'm from a very small town called Siliguri in the state of West Bengal in the eastern part of India. I've been flying for almost 11 and a half years, um, primarily as a flight attendant, 3.5 years with domestic airline in India, and then the rest with international airline. Um, Through my videos, I aim to educate youngsters who would like to make a career in the aviation industry. I myself started flying at the age of 21. However, I did try to enter into this industry from the age of 18, and I kept on missing the opportunities because of failed interviews until I eventually made it. Follow me in here and in Facebook and Instagram to get more information about interviews, interview tips, and how you can improve yourself and what are the things that come related in making a career in the aviation industry. The description would be in the video. Would be under the video. So guys, today I'm in Narita, Japan. It's very cold outside. It's 11 degrees now, but it goes till 3-4 in the night. I woke up in the morning thinking I'll go out, and but it was raining and it was super cold, and the bed was so cozy. I was awake for 24 hours, couldn't sleep before the flight, as usual. So I ended up sleeping for 11 hours. I probably could sleep some more. Anyway, that's the life of flight attendant. We sacrifice bits and parts in order to see the world, and it's totally worth it. You can do it too. So today, guys, I thought I would share with you the importance of knowing different languages. So, see, if you're flying for your domestic airline, if you're flying for your home country, if you have more than one language in your country, like I do, I'm from India, so we have many languages. And any domestic airline in India, they fly to almost all the states. So the more languages you know of, obviously, it's going to be, as your plus point. So, for example, I'm from West Bengal. I speak Bengali. I am Bengali, so that's my mother tongue. But I also speak Hindi. I can understand a little bit of Nepali, and I can speak a little bit of Nepali as well. I can understand Punjabi, and I think I can understand a little bit of Assamese and a little bit of Odia. But I cannot speak. But if there's a medical situation, I can communicate with the person. So if you're from any other place and you can speak a lot of languages in your own country, it is definitely a plus point. However, if you're from countries where you majorly speak one language, like English or Japanese, for example, or any other language, or Arabic, then it depends what are the requirements of your domestic airline. English, I would say, is like it's hands down. You have to learn it, unfortunately, because majority of the people all over the world they speak it. So, be it domestic or international, you have to know how to speak and communicate in English effectively. For international airline, definitely English. And any other language is also a plus point. Like I speak Bengali, and that's why they put me in flights to Bangladesh. It's a very, being a Bengali, I enjoy my trips to Dhaka, and it feels like I'm home. I don't miss India when I'm in Dhaka. But like, for example, if you speak German or Spanish or Italian or Nepali or Arabic or any other second language, it's a huge it's a huge positive point in your CV, in your resume. So if you don't know any second language and you speak only English, like properly, I would suggest that you learn at least another additional language. A lot of crew from India who join the Middle Eastern airline, they do make a lot of effort in speaking another language, like Bengali, for instance, because a lot of Middle Eastern airlines, they're a huge customer base. They are from Bangladesh and Bengali speaking crowd. So people from Bangladesh are actually scattered in different parts of the world. Who I never knew that Bengali speaker is a requirement in Italian flights. So no one would figure that out till I actually was rostered for an Italian flight, and I was told that it's a language requirement. So you never know. Urdu speakers are a requirement for Korean flight, South Korean flight. Who would have known, right? So knowing a second language helps big time. A lot of Indians, they speak Urdu as well, which is very, very helpful if you're joining any international airline. If you speak any other Asian language, amazing. Bottom line is, if make an effort to learn an additional language, the more the merrier. I mean, I have had colleagues from Australia whose their main language was English, but they spoke Cantonese. It is one of the hardest language, but they made an effort to learn. A lot of Japanese and Chinese crew, they actually learned Arabic in order to join an international airline. One of these Middle Eastern airlines. So people make a lot of effort. I have flown with colleagues who speak a plethora of languages, like 5-6 languages. So the more the merrier. So if you can get a tutor for yourself, or these days everything is out there. Like there are apps, and in Google you can actually find out the alphabets and how they are pronounced and specific pronunciation of words. You can also get books. So if you're traveling wherever, it's a little more handier when you don't have internet with you. So things like that. Language is it helps a lot. I mean, I have had medical situations where the passenger didn't know any other language other than Bengali. So in these, and I was the only Bengali speaking crew, and I had to interact with the passenger. I had to translate it to the senior crew, and then they communicated with the ground medical support, or with whoever. I mean, basically with the doctors on ground. When you're flying, and if there's medical emergency, you have to, depending on your airline, you have to try to get in touch with the doctors on ground. So this is other than the fact that even if you have a doctor on board, you make an announcement, they're there, but you still get in touch with your company approved ground doctors. So yeah, so it is very, very important that you have a second language in your resume. It's not a deal breaker again, as long as if you have it, it is definitely going to count. If you don't have it, it's fine. As far as learning English, it is absolutely hands down super important. There's just no going around it. You have to know it. You have to know how to communicate effectively. You don't have to be an expert in speaking in English, because I mean, obviously if you're from any other, if you come from a country where English is not your first language, you're not going to be able to speak it like somebody from UK or Australia or the US, English speaking countries. So cut yourself some slack on that. Just make sure that you can read properly, you can learn, you can communicate. That's it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Even grammatical mistakes here and there are acceptable. Airlines don't make a big deal out of it during interviews as well. Some airlines, they do tell you to write essays in there. It's one of their rounds in the interview. Like for example, in Indigo they do. Some of the Middle Eastern airlines, they do as well. So they want to know, what's your how strong is your English language in terms of writing and speaking majorly. So that's about it, guys. It was a small quick video about the importance of knowing languages in airline. I recently flew with a very interesting passenger, and he's from a medical background, very old gentleman, from Japan actually, and he has traveled through so many countries, and he speaks about he's a medical consultant, but he's a doctor, and he told me that they actually have cabin crew interaction methods as one of their subjects that they teach to medical professionals. I was very surprised. So apparently in different professions, how cabin crew we interact, it's seen as an effective communication, because we interact with people from various backgrounds, speaking various languages all over the world. and we communicate with them. We make sure that they're comfortable and what they need, and basically everything. So it was quite a surprise to know, that something like this actually happens. I would talk more about it in another video of mine. And till then, you guys take care, and don't forget to follow me and my videos and Cabin Crew Corner in Facebook and Instagram. See you in another city. Take care. Bye-bye.